Well, what was up next was very brief. Don Fallis, as we know, now has the Japanese superstar Takeshita under his wing.
Takeshita.
I said that.
He's earned it. Come on.
I like he's always going to be my little boy Take to me. And Take had a match with Casper Milquetoast. I don't know what his name was. I don't think they ever said it. Didn't matter anyway. And now, 3 years into the show, 4 years, whatever, they're doing job matches. They couldn't get anybody over at the start of the thing. Couldn't just let anybody have a win, but now they do. And here's the thing. Take has great heel expressions and facials. He's got the great heel attitude and demeanor. He's got the size. He was more exciting, quote unquote, as a babyface because the style that he worked. But I think I've got an inkling that he might be a big deal as a heel in this company. And as soon as he gets comfortable with the heeling style, which I'm sure he's never done before, especially an American heel style, if somebody can help bring him along, then I think he's going to be a top guy in the company.
There was one point during the match where I was like noticing his facial expressions, and I'm like, man, these are so good. And at that moment, it hit me. He slowed this down. Purposely, he slowed this down. And that's where I noticed the facial expressions, and he's great. I think he's really good.
Before he would run, dive, run, jump, run, dive. Now he slowed it down. That's why I said he was more exciting as a babyface, doing everything everybody else does. But this guy has personality. He slowed it down. You could see his face. You could see he looks like the heel in a kung fu movie. That fucking snarl. But anyway, he beat the guy in a minute and a half. And then Don Fallis does the in-ring promo. And I think I'm figured out what they're doing here. Because you asked last week or on one of the programs, said, are they sweetening that? I don't know. I'm not saying 100% no, there's no sweetening. But I think what they're doing, and this Michael Mansouri came from the WWE. He knows a little bit about what's going on, right? Their new video guy. What they're doing is a combination of things. It's really there, but they're accentuating it. They're turning the crowd way up. Remember I said the other week you could hear their heartbeats. They're turning the crowd way up. And when guys are doing a promo in the ring, speaking on the PA microphone, that audio is going to two different places. It goes to what they could program audio, which means it goes out like the announcer microphones and everything goes to program, to the TV show that the viewer at home is seeing. But they also feed the PA microphone audio. Unlike the announcers, they feed the PA mic to the house as well so the people can hear it. Are you following me, Brian?
Yeah, and they've always had audio issues. I mean, even during the MJF Adam Cole thing, it was hard to hear them at times.
Well, yes, but audio issues aside, that's in a perfect world. They're feeding that in-ring microphone audio to the program and to the PA, and that's why that you can hear the echo of the PA microphone on the program audio because it's being picked up in the building. Sometimes you'll hear when they do have an audio problem and the program audio is being fed, but not the PA. You will hear the guy talk on the microphone, but the people, you obviously hear the people can't hear it, and he'll start hitting it like, why ain't this on? That's because he can't tell it's going to the program. He can only tell the PA that's what he's hearing. Or there's times that you will see a guy start talking on the PA mic, but you can't hear. You just hear the muffled woo in the arena. That's where they didn't bring it to program, and you're hearing the PA mic. So what they're doing here, I believe, is they're turning the crowd microphones way up. They're turning the program audio on the PA microphone way down. And that way they're picking up the PA feed on the crowd microphones and the PA microphone that the talent is holding. So they're accentuating the drown out effect. When the people are screaming, you can't hear Don Callis. It doesn't matter how loud the people in an arena scream. if your full level of audio is going to program from that microphone, it would be like the announcers talking. You could hear them even over the crowd. But if you drop that and pick up the hollowness and the reverberation of the PA microphone in the building, then you hear what they're saying, but it's not as loud and overwhelming over the crowd because now it's mixed more into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, good, because that was more interesting than the promo.
Two things. One thing I want to say as a positive. Takeshita, with Callis far behind him, looks like he may need to catch his breath to catch up, came out no music. And you get a reaction. And I thought about it because on Monday, not that anyone cares about this match or anything, Becky Lynch versus, I think, Cruella. Trish and Zoe Stark come out, they hit her music. So the people may have reacted to the music. I don't know. The music's so loud you can't tell. But then the music cuts off, they're done reacting.
Yeah.
If someone just comes out with no music, you get crowd noise picking up and it's noticeable. You get people standing up and it creates a wave. Hey, this guy's standing up. What does he see? I can't see. What does he see? You don't get any of that. It's just the music.
Well, you know why? Because I was around for the reverse 45 years ago when they started playing music for some main event guys. The people stood up and popped when they heard music. Just, wow, they're playing music for this guy. He must be important because it was different. And now they react louder when there's no music because it's different.
Something to think about, though, in terms of going backwards, where things may work for certain people. But the other thing I wanted to say, I really, really like Takeshita as a heel. Don Callis. He said a lot of things in this promo about, cutting out of cancer and this and that. Tell me exactly why he's mad at Kenny Omega.
I don't know.
Right?
I know that Kenny has been like a cancer in his body after all that he did for Kenny.
And he was also like family.
And so now Don said, me and my family, he wants to be the Bobby Heenan. He wants to start the Heenan family. Me and my family are going to cut the elite out of this company. Now, if they will do that, that's an even bigger service than the American Cancer Society provides. But I don't know if he's going to do it. But no, it's not yet been explained or understood why that Don was so suddenly so willing to stab his best friend or a member of his family, not in the back, but literally in the face.
Did we ever find out the significance of the screwdriver to this whole thing?
No, I think it just because they couldn't figure out how to make it work if it was a Bloody Mary.
Huh, good point.